But I'm about to find out as we're about to go live in 1, and we're going. The match is live.
Well, I didn't have time to fix the overlay, so whatever.
It's fine. People can figure out where we're at. So we got 2 recons with Oni and Blabberry, a support and assault, and we got 3 salts and 2 supports on Ikko's side. Completely changed the pace up. Parking popping off early as I expected. Quick nade in. And Domler's just having a little bit of a bout off the sides. Shinra and Oni having a little bit of a fight here. Shinra a little bit nervous, looked away at the worst time with Oni getting an M41. It sounded like an M41. Parking completely packed with everybody else in AUX. Oni once again limping on 1 HP the second time around this match. Everybody just hunkered down at parking. Lego Racer trying to get a cheeky one in the west alley. AUX now using the ghost to figure out where people are at, slowly pushing up in west side here. In the kiosk. Encroaching the space of the boxes to get damage on Russia here. Lego Racer pocketing from all the way in the spawn. Working his way into west. Not sure where to look first. Very nice call here from Oni as the 1 HP limping person to use the ghost and just give out info for everybody else to do easy pickings. As Lego Racer and Russia are the only ones left pretty much in their spawn to prevent the devastating early cap. Force just completely eager. Kind of a weird call with grenade in hand, trying to like throw it at the person running at him. Only one's giving the information here. Lego Racer trying to get the drop on them. Rucker trying to follow suit, but Oni has the eyes. It's up to Zero and Nut knows to use the eyes and prevent damage or even a loss. Bit of a stalemate. Oni getting a bit eager on Lego Racer here, trying to catch him off guard. And he shouldn't have done that because that felt like an opening. The floodgates are open. 12 versus 46 HP. Scary. But not scary enough as Rusher pulls back just enough without meeting the gaze of Zero. Ready to try and deal the damage. That smoke grenade just enough of a deterrent to make the round undecided for both. AUX once again. A lot of weapon dropping, a lot of weapon trading. Ikko spawn, quiet. Just completely quiet. Everybody keen with their firepower they're having. All classes unchanged. Ikko with slow mode. And AUX with fast mode, so fast that me saying that was enough to break loose 4 kills with pretty much everybody just face planting in early. That west alley popping off. The pace almost faster than Tetsu at this point. Lego Racer got the east control with the ghost. Dami further up. Just taking a look around with that shotgun in hand, trying to get a cheeky kill here. 4th further down. Interesting grenade throw, but just not enough. With geometry in the way with the pillars. Instead announcing himself a rusher. And Zero running out of ammo with the worst time possible. That SRM just slowly depleted. Very unfortunate calls here on AUX's side. Despite them having a pace, they just seem to meet the people that are ready for it. There's a lot of high-speed killing going on. Even faster than Tetsu provided earlier. But then again, like I said, Parky is not to be underestimated. You have a clear gaze from one side to another once positioned correctly, and that can go both ways. Ghost situated in the kiosk here. Hilo hauling ass, pretty much at the ghost at this point. About to meet Oni. They're going to keep this up. Blabberry catching Hilo early. Taking the most dangerous man of the previous map out of the picture, and once again we got Oni on the eyes. delivering intel here with the one gun lead they have. Larry got her hands on an MX in the meantime. They're slowly cornering their opponent into their spot. But Shinra's not gonna let himself be down. His support powers and health enough to use the ZRS to kill 2 people here, trying to get the drop on him. Once again, the table has turned. It's now a 4v3 for Ikko. AUX just slowly holding onto the ghost. Force getting Dommy after a really long bout, but, you know, Lego is pocketing Domler. Very unfortunate peek in the wrong direction because Shinra had other plans. Coming up from behind. Nutnose running out of ammo just the way Zero did. Seems a little bit like a curse with those fast-firing weapons in those situations. 1 almost helpless in that corner as he gets completely pincered and taken out. Rusher completely unscathed in that entire situation. To be fair though, Ikko may have the slower classes overall, but a lot of their members know how to b-hop well and use that momentum on assault to try and cover a lot of ground. Meaning the choke points do get shifted compared to other lineups, other matchups, despite not having a recon. Elo and Rusher both have very high pace. Parking completely taken over by Ikko here. Blaberry out of the picture immediately. Force is in a tight spot, just as I say it. Getting almost overrun by the amount of firepower as he's stuck in the alley. Oni once again in West. Zero close to West, just once again in the spawn. It's up to Nutnose to try regain, you know, firepower by regrouping. Very ballsy in the basement on his own. Nobody will be able to follow up and trade him. And that West alley once again. With a weird team kill, I was going to say. On Nutnose coming out of the basement. Zero maybe finally showing the nerves. Doing Ikko a massive favor. The Ghost in play. Zero as the support, not able to keep up. Probably will be outrun. Just enough. Running into the element and running out of the door to the van, despite being in direct firefight. Not able to prevent the cap. Clear sideline and everything. The bullet's just magically missing. Just enough to push another lieutenant out in the Ikko machine. Lieutenant support, not that threatening, because Shinra is not swapping to an assault to get other weaponry. So it is remaining an MX. But it also pushes Dami and Lego Racer into Sergeant class. Oni had enough. Constantly fighting in the alley has led him to aggression, the nade landing. And he completely swapped his position sense. Rusher, once again, trying to get his hands dirty early, down to 5 health after that firefight. Blaberry with the SRM, trying to pocket Zero as a support here, who is getting a grenade kill from the picked up grenade, smoking up everything in his passage here. Can't speak anymore. A bit of a confusing round in terms of expectancy here, because once again, AUX may have not gotten the ranks and they had the ghost cap on them, but it just seems to fuel the rage and fuel the aggression. I'm trying to make something happen here. Blaberry now moving down with the ghost in the west kiosk area, trying to repeat what Ikko has done the round before. But I don't know if there's going to be much calling or just a cheeky cap attempt here. Blaberry with the eyes forced, despite of the information, looking the wrong way. Shinra being able to shoot him in the back with easy pickings. And everybody got their own little corner on Ikko's side in the spawn. A souped up Blaberry on a mission to try and clean up. Only trying to get the aggression in on Rusher. Perfectly dodging the grenade with geometry and getting that pre-fire in. Only not able to be stopped because Blackberry just shows up at the perfect opportunity. Trying to put things to a stop, but just too slow. I think that timed out. I don't think that was a win, but maybe it was. It sadly was a timeout. So close, yet so far. Close enough, no cigar. But it proves, once again, that they have what it takes to come back from it. It's just up to them to utilize what they have figured out for themselves. And as I say that, Blauberry just going through that completely overwhelming elo, but Daimler, equipped as a little fatty man, just slow enough to delay himself, catch Blauberry up off guard, and reload. Only with an SRM support strat here on top of the Ghost is going to try and get parking under control as Rusher is slowly encroaching that space. And at this rate, soon he will have to also deal with Lego Racer, who got a good foothold on West. It seems like the initial speed AUX has also slowed down with 3 supports on their band. I think they're just tired of getting caught off guard. They need that help. And as I say that, it does not seem enough, because that West alley, bundled up with all that firepower and support, slowly announced themselves with Oni just having a last man standing situation here. Very good attempt from Oni to try and get that West alley figured out, but of course, there's only so much firing you can do until you got to retreat to reload, especially when you get pushed from 2 sides. Sadly, Zero in this equation was not able to do much but to delay the push by a mere second or 2 with this presence. 4-0 for Ikko on a AUX pick map. Outcome not so good, but Blackberry is not being deterred. Once again, that quick face plant with Elo, learning from her previous mistake, retreating instead of moving forward to avert her eyes from possible resistance. Good teaming by Force and Oni, getting the trade on Lego Racer, who has nobody to follow up the kill with, but they're getting flanked instead. A sneaky behind push on Zero by Rusher here into the basement. Meanwhile, Not Knows getting taken out in another bout. It's down to Oni and Blauberry. Unfortunately, Rusher just seems to be conveniently ready close to the basement in any angle possible, as he has pulled out just in time to fall back behind the crates and stop that parking lot push. Tommy, of course, was there too, but very cool play here by Rusher to go down the stairs, take out the threats in the basement, retreat, go back into the spot behind the crates in West / kiosk, and just cover more ground that way. It was a very clean, concise, measurement of play here, being able to say, I want to extend, but I don't want to overextend. Both on Blackberry earlier, being able to take out Elo and retreating, and then Rusher just poking in from behind. Elo had enough, though. Blackberry's push finally deterred after 2 successful bouts. Parking once again quickly taken by Ikko here. AUX trying to figure their stuff out in West. Ikko right now seemingly a bit of a wall, consistently pushing and taking ground on all fronts. They got parking under control, they got the fight going on in West, taking out Oni. And got Lego and parking to try and figure their situation out with the Ghost here, close to everybody else. Pulling out of parking, they're now moving down to the West, forward. And Nutnose is seeing the action, but is not able to do anything about it. Zero now here to stop the cap and throw himself at whatever moves. Is not able to get a single point / kill before the round is done. Ikko is just moving like a wall right now. Either they're holding their ground if they got the close ghost, or they get the kills, and in this case, pick the ghost up and just move as a unit to slowly take out everything in their path. Very, very troublesome situation. Balls to the wall for AUX. 6-0. Match point right now because of the tie. Will they be able to do anything about it with a single sergeant? Or is this it? Weston parking. Pop off. West is going to have Shinra facing not nose. Parking is almost going to be ready. Blackberry in the east alley here. Trying to send them through the ringer. Force ready to drop in. But decides to pull back instead. Only with that SRM support coming in from behind. West unobserved for just enough time for them to come out at boxes. Daimler now kind of cornered in a really awkward spot here, having to cover both parking entrance or east, like northeastern entrance here. Luckily for him, it seems like nobody is there to really deal with him. Elo might be the only person getting some action early on here against the support moving in. Because he's moving fast through the west alley here. First parking bout about to happen. Two next to each other, getting Elo not really getting into the action until the very end. Did a weird roundabout way instead of pushing directly into them, letting the supports try and figure themselves out before that. 7-0 for Ikko, and the match comes to a close. 2 maps for Ikko. No need for a third one. That's all it took.